Relax and the universe will obey all your desires. Full audiobook, fictional true story. Chapter 1. The Disappearance of Mason Black Mason. Black had always lived an ordinary life. He woke up early, drank bitter coffee, and sat behind a desk for 8 hours every day. His life changed the day he disappeared. It happened without warning. His phone was found buzzing on his nightstand. His car was still parked outside his apartment, but Mason was gone. What investigators missed, and what only later came to light, was a notebook found in his freezer. It was frozen shut and filled with strange scribbles, symbols, and a single repeated phrase: "Relax and the universe will obey." It was the start of a trail that would lead beyond what anyone had imagined, beyond time, beyond space, beyond choice. Chapter 2. The pattern in the sand. 1 week later, a woman named Eliza Dorn found something unusual while walking her dog along the coastline of Maine. There, carved in the sand with mathematical precision, was a spiral 20 meters across. At its center was a glass orb containing a tiny moving model of the solar system. It shouldn't have been possible. Scientists were baffled. No one could explain how the tides hadn't washed it away, or how the orb remained untouched by salt or wind. But what truly disturbed them was the inscription on the glass. Mason understood. So can you. A search for connections began, and patterns started to emerge. People around the world had vanished under strange circumstances. In every case, they had left behind a single, eerie clue: references to relaxation, obedience, and an invisible force that responded to desire. Chapter 3. The Test Room. An abandoned research facility in Nevada, investigators found a room that had never appeared on any blueprint. Inside was a reclined leather chair with wires attached to its headrest. Surrounding it were hundreds of screens showing lives of people who no longer existed. Their faces were calm, smiling. In every case, their last known action had been one thing: complete mental surrender. A document found near the chair revealed a project called Echo Pulse. It was an experiment not in physics but in intent. The idea was simple. When the mind stopped resisting, the universe would shift to match its truest desire. Some succeeded. Others were erased. A scribbled line on the wall read, "The chair doesn't make things happen. It reveals who already knew how to make it happen." Chapter 4. The Sleepwalkers. Months later, hundreds of people across the globe began sleepwalking at the same hour, 3:33 a.m. They all walked toward mirrors, stared into them, and whispered the same word. A line. Security footage from cities. And small towns caught the same thing. Eyes wide open, movement smooth, no memory afterward. One subject, after being monitored, woke up and began drawing without stopping for 72 hours. The drawings formed a map that didn't match any known geography. It pointed to a place in the middle of the Pacific Ocean where no land existed, but satellite images showed something odd: a shadow in the water, shaped like a ring. Boats sent to the location reported nothing, but their radios recorded a constant hum, a voice layered under the sound repeating, "Desire without tension, intent without grasp. That is the key." Chapter 5. The Final Obedience. A man named Jonah Vale, once a skeptical physicist, made the leap. He followed every clue: Mason's notes, the beach spiral, the mirror rituals, and ended up in a monastery in Tibet. The monks didn't speak. They only breathed, slow and deep. After 33 days of silence, Jonah vanished. Not died, vanished. His heart stopped, yet his body did not decay. It simply shimmered, faded, and was gone. What remained was his final journal entry, translated into dozens of languages and anonymously published across the internet. It read, "You chase, you control, you fail. The moment you breathe and stop asking, the door opens. The universe does not follow orders, it listens, and when it hears nothing, it obeys everything." The world called it a hoax, a viral myth, but quietly, people began trying it. They relaxed, they stopped trying. And strange things started happening.